and the Janata government came into power. And during Janata government, anybody who had suffered during emergency became a hero, and I was also a hero in that way. I was given the most prestigious posts thereafter because I was considered as one who could stand the oppression and the pressure of politicians for the sake of the country. So I got best postings. The Janata government, after its installation, instituted a commission, national commission, which is called as Shah Commission. This commission was to inquire into excesses during emergency and to suggest remedies against those excesses. I applied to the Shah Commission that I was tortured during emergency, not paid, and all that. I had no post. I was asked to vacate my government Bangalore, and I was insulted, humiliated, and isolated. So I approached the Shah Commission. Shah Commission was like a judicial body. It was like a High Court judge or Supreme. The ex-Supreme Court judge, Justice Shah, was the head of the Shah Commission. So he was a very respectable man all over the country. And our judicial system allows anybody who is a complainant to see all the files wherein adverse notes or adverse records against him are there. So when I appeared before the Shah Commission, I was asked to inspect the files and to counter the charges that were in official files against me. And during that process, I was especially helped by an Indian police service officer who was from Rajasthan cadre, Mr. M.L. Sharma, to be very specific. And he not only showed me the files which were concerning me, but he also showed me the files which were concerning Anand Marg. Because I was really supposed to be punished for being a member of the Anand Marg. Indira Gandhi did not punish me because I did not send a labor to her rally. That was, she was intelligent enough to punish me because Anand Marg had been banned during emergency and I was a member of the Anand Marg. Therefore, the charge was that I was an active Anand Margi and that I helped Anand Marg in various ways, in various stages of its development. That was the charge. And in order to see what is the content of that charge, I was shown the files, CBI files, IB files, intelligence files, all files that were there. I was free to inspect them totally. And thus I came to know who had reported against Anand Marg, who had reported against particular Dadas, particular sannyasis, and who had reported against me or my son. I saw them myself in the files that I was allowed to see because I was a complainant in the Shah Commission. And there I discovered that Rudrananda was one of the informers. And he used to give the names of prominent sannyasis and prominent margis who are so-called pillars of Anand Marg. So I came to see that at that time. But thereafter I came back, I had my posts and I joined again Anand Marg as usual and began to work for it. But I never let it out that I have seen files and I have seen names. Because, Baba has said look at the bright side of everything. So I said that, all right, Baba knows everything. Why should I inform anybody as to who is Anand's enemy and who is all that? Baba knows everything. And once in Baba's presence, one forgets to take small, revengeful or small, anti-personal activities. So I did not tell anybody, except in private conversation with somebody. I used to say that there are enemies of the mark within the organization who had brought the organization to crisis during emergency, and on whose complaints Baba was interned, on whose complaints many of those were arrested, and there were many Margis in trouble because they were proceeded against by Margis themselves. There were many names, not only Rudrananda, but there was one Ujjwal from Bihar, Bhagalpur. There was another person from Bhagalpur whose name I forget, but was the brother of Prakashanand. And like that, that it is a long list. There were many people who had falsely reported and falsely implicated many people so that they could be in trouble. And you know that in those days, pre-emergency days, there were elections in Bihar. And I was approached by some friends, including Acharya Raghunath ji, who was president of Anand and who was in charge of the Samaj movement. He asked me that he has asked some candidates to stand from Bihar and there will be some financial requirements for them. So this Ujjwal and that another man, I used to send money to Raghunath ji for helping those candidates in their elections. 2 such drafts which were prepared by Punjab National Bank near my office, that they were on official records. And this man really used to come to me, and I would, that in my ignorance and I used to say that please, this is the money, you go to the Punjab National Bank and get a draft prepared so that I can send. So he knew exactly what was the amount, what was the date, and what was where it was sent. Those were very specific charges against me. But they were not by Rudrananda, they were by other people. But anyway, Shah Commission discovered that I had been maltreated, that I had been illegally removed from service, and all my salaries, back arrears, and all my back seniority were restored. And as you know, thereafter I occupied the highest of positions in Government of India and in the Government of Rajasthan. So that was the manner and the method and the occasion when I happened to see the files and the names of people who were working against me and against Anand.
How big is this report, or how big was it? Was it like many volumes or many pages that you looked through everything, or only particular parts you were given insight into? Like the report itself, how big is it? Is it like one big book or many books?
No, it was in many files. You know that government has a system of maintaining files on every small subject or sub-subject. So there were many files regional, files topical, files on particular issues. There were many files. I must have examined at least 6 to 10 files. And I must have seen several names, several occasions, several reports. My own Acharya Lalan also had given a long report against me. He he had said that this man is a pillar of Anand Marg, and if he is allowed to work while occupying high posts, then Anand Marg will remain strong in these areas and that area. So there were many, there were others from Rajasthan, there were others from Bihar, and many places who had personally complained against me, and who had not the same person but another who had complained against Anand Marg, against its activities, falsely implicating Anand Marg into violent activities, falsely implicating Anand Marg into anti-national activities, falsely implicating Anand Marg into several things which, if they could prove, then Anand Marg would have been destroyed forever. So, it was a web of conspiracy, a web of falsehood, a web of little-mindedness, and a web of small benefits. Because many of these people who were feeding the government were allowed small posts in this government, in that corporation here. Even now there are many of these people are occupying clerical and small posts. Even private industries were asked to employ them on a small post. So they lost nothing. Really, they did not remain sannyasis, but they became clerks. And I think that some of them have retired, but some of them may be still serving. So this is the allurement which CBI and government offered them for giving information or for charging Anand Marg on various ways.
So
I had not told people or publicly gone into some kind of a in public information office, because I thought that Baba knows everything, and if somebody has done something wrong, then Baba will take care of it. Why should I?
but what about after Mahaprayam?
But then one fine morning I found that when I was returning from my native place, Kota, I found that 4 or 5 people were sitting here in my room, including Rudrananda, Nigamananda, Nirmohananda, and one from Jaipur, P.C. Sharma, and other people. I was surprised, happily surprised, that very good, you people have come, very good of you, but why didn't you inform me, otherwise I would have come earlier. Anyway, after that introductory talk, Nigamananda started attacking me, that you are working against us, that you are not cooperating with the organizational wing, and you are with our enemies. Anyway, I gave him my reply that the substance of it was that you have not inherited that post. Why don't you ask for a change and create more peace in the organization? Why should you stick to something which is controversial and all that? Why don't you withdraw? Ask for a quiet posting in some master unit or somewhere where you do sadhana and not politics. He felt very angry. Then Rudrananda, in a quiet, peaceful manner, said that you are definitely a good man, because in Calcutta you had defended me against Vijayanandji. Vijayanandji was, a top avdut in Calcutta, who was doing all publication work. And he, at some moment, had informed that Rudrananda is a agent of CBI. And I had opposed that, saying no, CBI does not maintain any agent. CBI, Rudrananda is not an agent of. It was a brief which pleased Rudrananda very much. And he said that you were very good, you defended me before Vijayanandji. I said, I did not defend you, I only corrected him that CBI doesn't have agents, it has only informers. And that you are not an agent but you are an informer of CBI. He felt, how do you know that? I said, I have seen in the files myself that you had become an informer during emergency and implicated many people. Anyway, he felt very much upset, and I told it before him, to him, and then as there were more people here, the news leaked out, and through emails and through other channels, it became known that I have blamed Rudrananda as an informer of CBI. This is, after it became public and after I came to be knowledgeable on the subject, many people who come here, they ask me about it, and I tell them what I know about it. But it was not in an organized way like a press conference or like a seminar or anything. It was communicated to individuals on conversation, on request. It was really a file which was concerning complaints of Anand Marg. In that file, I saw several names, including that of not Rudranand, but his Lokik name, R.N. Sharma or something, R.N. Pandey, Lokik name. And along with his name and reports against, not against, but report in his favor, there were other names also which I think we did not, I don't remember now because it was in 1977 that the Shah Commission report was there.